together with Earle Sports Bets. Yeah, the twins, they be checking in, stacking up. Green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend, and we stay making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports bet scholars. Yeah. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies.
We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined here as always by my brother Tim. And today we have the penultimate MLB, full MLB card. We'll have 2 games on Monday, so it's not the second to last MLB card in the regular season, but it's full cards. So we'll get into that. If you guys have any questions about any college football games, I'll answer questions on college football games. I know Tim will as well. So if you guys want to know any college football games as well, just let us know. I bet 15. I had 16. My App State plus 3.5 is voided because of that game being canceled. But I've got 15 plays I have locked in and bet for today. There was a couple others that I kind of left off that I had question marks on and stuff like that. I think there was a couple that barely missed my card. UAB barely missed my card.
I like UAB.
Michigan barely missed my card. And Georgia Southern barely missed my card as well. And FIU did as well. But those are like the 4 plays that if I had to bet a couple other spots, I would look at there. But we'll recap yesterday, and then we'll head into today's card. Really strong day for me, up 4.8 units. Baseball went 5-2, back up into the 40-unit club there for baseball. Pirates plus 139, winner. Blue Jays run line, loser. Tampa Bay Rays plus 114, winner. Houston plus 103, winner. I had both of those at the same time, the Houston and the Tampa Bay game. I'm glad I went back and added Houston in that spot. Baltimore plus 132, winner. Colorado plus 155, loser. And San Diego plus 105, winner. I went 5-2 with every single one of my plays being plus money in baseball. If I'm going to attack baseball, I'm going to try to find plus lines the last couple days. That's kind of the way I would like to approach this. CFL split out, went 1-1. Edmonton got embarrassed by Winnipeg. And Hamilton, what a comeback win for them. They covered the +7. They went outright at BC in overtime to keep that Ticats season alive. They're a game behind the Argos now with the tiebreaker over them. All of a sudden, my Ticats 12-1 ticket, it ain't dead. It ain't dead yet.
Is that to make the playoffs, or?
That is to win the Grey Cup.
Oh.
I got 12-1 with them. I got 6-1 with BC. So I'm hoping the matchup we saw last night is the Grey Cup. Lions and Ticats. I hope we get a battle of the cats there. And then in college football, won my only play. Should have been an outright winner. That was a touchdown. He had possession. I thought that was a touchdown.
I didn't see it.
Virginia Tech should have won that football game. They covered the 20 wire to wire without a single sweat for me in that game. It was as easy gets when it comes to covering a spread of that magnitude since I think won outright last year with Georgia Tech against Miami as that big of dogs, and then Bowling Green the following year, something like that.
Yeah.
Like, big spreads like that, it's nice when they almost went outright. But yeah, positive day for me.
Yeah, I will say one bet was a little bit frustrating. But I'll mention that one in a minute. Detroit Tigers run line. Nice winner there, plus 120. Congratulations to the Detroit Tigers for making the playoffs.
Longest drought in baseball.
And baseball has been broken.
Sound the Angels.
Pittsburgh Pirates money line. I had 2 units on that one. Plus 152. That was a nice winner. Well, that wasn't even my biggest play of the day. I'll let you in on that one in a minute. Toronto Blue Jays was a loser. Kansas City Royals was a loser. College football yesterday, Nick. I had the over in the Virginia Tech game. Easy winner.
Nice.
Rutgers. -3. Push. I wish I bet earlier in the week. I could have gotten a 2.5. Unfortunately, CapperTek had 3. So
you can put in custom lines for the ones you bet.
Yeah,
I do that all the time.
I didn't think about it. It is what it is. Mets, don't want to talk about. Orioles, nice winner there. Rockies, loser. Padres, winner. My biggest play of the night, Nick, Seattle Mariners on the run line.
Okay.
Plus 131 against Oakland after Oakland had their big game in Oakland. I put 3 units on that one.
There you go.
Nice casher for 3.93. Slowly digging myself out of that hole. It was a really good day for me yesterday. And I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 plays in college football this week. Up on my CapperTek. I put the link to my CapperTek in the chat. So if you guys are interested in that, just go ahead and follow me. Follow me over there. And as soon as you do, I'll grant you guys a week's worth of plays.
There you go.
Yes, sir. A lot of cash today. A lot. Let's do it. Houston, -1, -1.5. Huge 4-unit plus night. Tampa Bay money line today. There you go. And good morning, guys. Good morning, Dad. How you doing? Hopefully Ryan's doing well in his
yes,
in his Taekwondo tournament. Let's jump into these games. I will say it's probably going to be a very small MLB card for me, Nick.
Let's get into it. Yeah, we don't have many games that like matter. I did a free pick video for this game last night for picks and parlays. Let's get into it. We get a fun pitching matchup. It is Paul Skeens and it's Luis Gil. Line open up at a 125 for the Yankees, down to a 118. Line open up at a 7.5, down to a 7 with a juice towards the under. Unfortunately, I didn't bet it last night because the line wasn't available to me yet when I did that video, unfortunately. But I can get, wow, that's juice now. Oof. I don't know if I want to move on that now at the price it's at. I can only look in the direction that I gave it out in. Let's take a look with the cash flow is. Let's see if it makes sense for me to do it. 67% of the ticket, 63% of the cash is on. The over line's dropping from 7.5 down to 7. And it's juiced. We might be seeing some 6.5s soon in that game here. I'm still going to move on it. The under 7 in this game. Then we have 82% of the tickets, 98% of the cash is on the Yankees in this spot as well. Luis Gil and Paul Skeens, your pitching matchup here. Skeens, a 1.29 ERA, 1.04 whip, 11.89 strikeouts per nine, which is 34%, 2.57 walks per nine, and 3.28 BABIP, but 1.38 FIP and a 2.48 SIERA. On the flip side, Luis Gil, 1.13 ERA, 1.06 whip, 9.56 strikeouts per nine, which is 26%, 3.94 walks per nine, a 2.11 BABIP, a 4.17 FIP, and a 4.13 SIERA. Bullpen edge going towards the Yankees. The hitting edge going towards the Yankees, 101 WRC plus, which is 12th, compared to 82, which is 25th. I took the under 7 here now. I got a worse price than what I could have gotten last night, but the line wasn't available to me last night when I gave it out on picks and parlays. I gave out the under 7.5 last night. I'll still take it at 7. I think this is a very low scoring game, and don't be surprised if this lineup comes out and there's no Soto or there's no Stanton. I'm almost certain Judge will be in the lineup. Mm-hmm. But wouldn't be surprised if they rested a few players here, the Yankees here in this spot. I'm on the under 7 in this game.
Yeah, I wanted to try to find spots. I guess it would be a lean towards Pittsburgh again. Paul Sneaks making his last pitching start of the year. Yankees have already clinched. I think they're pretty close to getting the 1 seed. So maybe you can look towards that. I don't know. This just seems like a Yankees team that, I mean, they're only a game up on Cleveland. So I guess they have a lucky number of 1 for the number 1 seed.
They do have the tiebreaker. So they have a lucky number of 1. So either them winning or Cleveland losing, and they're good to go for that 1 seed, which honestly, if you're playing in this, do you want the 1 seed? Because the 1 seed gets you would want the 1 seed over. Actually, sorry, would the Yankees want the 1 seed? Who would the Yankees rather play, Houston or Baltimore?
I know you constantly were saying nobody wants to play Houston. Everybody wants to play Baltimore. What about the Yankees as a division rival? And the Baltimore Orioles have actually had the season series over them.
See, the Yankees are the only the Yankees are the only team I'd rather see Baltimore, because think of the past history with the Yankees and the Astros in the playoffs. They've owned them. They've won all 3 times.
The Astros have.
The Astros have.
Yeah.
If you're the Yankees, I'd still rather play the Orioles.
You'd rather play the Orioles.
I'd rather play the Orioles based on the past history of what
By
the
the way,
Yankees have gone through.
Did you see what the Yankees record is against their division?
Is it bad?
Against their division, I believe it was 26-26.
They're mid.
Yeah,
everybody beats each other up in the American League East.
I'm sorry, you should be able to take care of the Blue Jays. You should be able to take care of the Rays. Okay, Boston should be a team that you beat, and Baltimore took care of them this year.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I would lean towards Pittsburgh here at plus money. Is it something I need to get to? No.
Yeah.
Pirates are live again.
Yeah.
I agree. Ole Miss. You like the Rebels? Who do they got this week?
They play Kentucky. I would only look in that direction probably.
I don't hate it. Baylor, I'm already on.
Yes.
Michigan, I lean that way, didn't pull the trigger. Kansas State, I'm on.
I'm against Kansas State. I'm on Okie State, though.
Kansas State coming off a ugly loss at home versus BYU 38-9.
They were in Provo.
No, it says, at BYU.
You said at home.
Sorry, at BYU. But they coming off an ugly loss against BYU. I think this is a bounce back spot for a good Kansas State team.
Fair.
What's up, guys? Cannot believe those Jays yesterday. The line moved 50 cents in their direction. What a trap.
That was brutal.
And Skeens, 8 strikeouts. Do you think he lasted that long in the game?
I'm going to say yes.
Just because it's his last start of the year.
It's his last start of the year. And here's the argument that I also made that I forgot to mention here that I made on Picks and Parleys. It's Luis Heel and it's Paul Skeens. Both of them are going to go out there and shove and put their stamp on their argument for Rookie of the Year.
Heard. Let's keep rolling, Nick. And this game means nothing.
Yeah, I wish I saw who was pitching yesterday's game because I would have probably taken an under or something like that in that one because my boy Nick Martinez pitched yesterday and I didn't have a line for it. Line opened up at a 120. It's now 123 for those Cubbies. Line opened up at a 6.5. It's up to a 7. So we do have a move towards these over in this spot, and we have a slight move towards the Cubs. 81% of tickets, 99% of cash is on the Cubs. 84% of tickets, 86% of cash is on the over. Gear this one, Rhett Lauder versus Kyle Hendricks. Lauder, a 1.74 ERA, 1.26 whip, 7.4 strikeouts per nine, which is 20%, 3.92 walks per nine, a 2.93 BABIP, but 2.83 FIP, and a 4.67 Sierra. On the flip side, Kyle Hendricks, 5.82 ERA, 1.80 whip, 6.65 strikeouts per nine, which is 16%, 5.4 walks per nine, a 3.38 BABIP, a 4.69 FIP, and a 5.56 Sierra. Bullpen edge going towards the Cubs, hitting edge going towards the Cubs, 128 WRC plus, which is third, compared to 95, which is 21st. I would only look Reds in this game. It's kind of the way I was thinking in this one, and I'd lean over in this game with the line moving the way it is. Not a game I particularly have interest in. I think the Reds can get to Hendricks. I think Lauder can have a decent game. That would be one thing I would be kind of concerned about with the over. It's a pass for me.
Yeah, I have no need to go after this game. Kind of similar to you. Two teams that don't you got two teams that aren't playing anything, but should be looking towards the future because I do believe these two teams can be competitive next year.
And I've said this plenty of times. I think when it comes to the futures market next year,
Reds.
I don't know if there will be a team I'm more heavily invested in than the Cincinnati Reds.
Miami Marlins.
Over their
I might be heavy in the Marlins next year.
Yeah. Reds over their win total and to win the National League Central. I think will definitely be two plays on my futures card next year for baseball.
I don't hate that. But I'm not touching this game. Lauer should be good. Pirates, money line, Yanks don't care about this game. That's not 100% true because they still need to get the 1 seed. And under 7.5.
Yeah.
Reds money line. No need to bet this game, though. No need to bet it. Yanks still want to be in form for playoffs, and they have a week off. I expect them to try. Judge home runs in play. Judge home run is always in play.
It's Aaron Judge. I was listening to like stats on Aaron Judge or whatever. The last player to put up numbers like Aaron Judge this year were steroid guys. Yeah. And before that, when you just look at slugging percentage,
nobody.
Aaron Judge has put up the highest slugging percentage since Barry Bonds. But yeah, not even the home run leader before him, Hank Aaron, put up a number anywhere close to what he's done. When you're getting compared to steroid players and you're not juicing, that's impressive.
Are we sure he's not juicing? Okay.
I think he's been tested a few times, unfortunately.
Maryland or Indiana?
I got the Terps. I took the points in that game.
I did not bet that game, but there you go. Nick likes the Terps. Marlins have some of the best bats in the ball. Yeah, they their offense is starting to look a little bit better. They have some young prospects coming up, and then imagine them next year when Sandy Alcantara is back.
When Luzardo's back.
Yuri Perez. Yeah, exactly. When they actually have a rotation.
Yeah.
They had no rotation this year.
Which is why we faded them.
Exactly. Any fake football leads?
Not
when there's college football today. Come on.
I did. I forgot which games are. I don't really like the Ottawa game too much. At this number, I would probably only look Riders, and I'm going to be on the Argonauts today. Our Argonauts money line for me. Probably is my only good play.
There you go. This game pissed me off yesterday, but I ended up going back to the same play, obviously.
Yeah. We have the Toronto Blue Jays and the Miami Marlins. The Blue Jays minus 150, total of 8.5 in this game. Look for maybe some type of a backbone here, but who knows? Both these teams are looking forward to in a week being in Cabo. So I open up at a 150. It's up to a 158 now for the Blue Jays. So we do have a market move towards the Blue Jays. Line open up at 8.5 minus 110. It is still there. We have 74% of tickets and 87% of the cash is on the Blue Jays. Lines moving towards them. 85 and 89 on the over here as well. We have Xavier Curry taking on Yariel Rodriguez. Curry at 3.09 ERA, 0.6 whip, 8.49 strikeouts per nine, which is 26%, 0.77 walks per nine, a 172 BABIP, a 2.65 FIP, and a 3.44 SIERA. On the flip side, Yariel Rodriguez, 4.15 ERA, 1.21 whip, 7.27 strikeouts per nine, which is 20%, 2.6 walks per nine, a 280 BABIP, a 3.92 FIP, and a 4.55 SIERA. Bullpen, Miami, hitting edge, Blue Jays, 111 WRC plus, which is 7th compared to 110, which is 8th. I'm going to be back on the Blue Jays here. I look forward to looking after the season's over and updating all the numbers for it to find out the final results for the Dodger fade and the Marlin fade this year, as well as the minus 300 fade, because those are my 3 auto plays this year. I don't know if I'll have any auto plays like that next year. These were fun experiments. One thing I will admit, it got old after a while. Just me being me, it just got old after a while, having just plays you automatically bet every day. Because I knew going through the season, there were spots I wanted to be on the opposite side. And I wanted to back the Dodgers, and I wanted to back the Marlins.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't think I'm going to do that again next year.
I think that there is a team that I'd be interested in looking at for next year. No, it's not Baltimore.
Yeah. I wonder if you'll bet against Baltimore next year.
No. Oh, I might. Sorry, yeah, I might bet against Baltimore next year. Although I bet them every single game pretty much the last 3 years. But I feel like next year, the Miami Marlins.
Betting them every game?
Betting them. Because you go from them being super, super hot, and then everybody's going to be super down on them next year after their 102 loss season, 101 loss season. Don't get me wrong. I'm on the Blue Jays today on the run line. It's the Marlin fade. I'm just going to keep doing that until I got 2 more games of it.
Yeah. And I think
we'll post the results from that at the end of the year.
Yeah. And there is something that I want to look at as well next year is, and this is going to sound gross, I'm going to look for buy low spots on some teams. Mm-hmm. And this is going to sound awful. I'm going to be on the White Sox over the win total next year. It's going to be it's going to be very similar to the Oakland Athletics this year.
The problem is they don't have any big prospects coming up.
I think they do. I think there's a few guys that are coming up. You give me a full year of Drew Thorpe on the mound for them. You give me some of their prospects coming up that they're bringing up this week. I was listening to a podcast, and there's a few of their guys that they're kind of excited about. I mean, we're talking about a team that won 39 baseball games so far, which I am going to bet today. I am going to bet the White Sox today. I don't have a line for it, but
I think it's plus like 210 area.
Yeah, the Tigers just popped the champagne, and they clinched their first playoff spot in 10 years. You better bet. I'm taking the White Sox. But
see if I can find a line on them real quick.
I got the Blue Jays -1, -120, and I got plus 205 here for the White Sox. I don't have a pitcher for the.
I don't think it matters.
I don't think. Oh, we do have a pitcher now. It's Bo Brisky in that game.
The brisket.
Yeah, I'll touch on that game real quick. White Sox money line for me. The Tigers just popped champagne last night. All right, moving on.
Yep. Nick, why are the Argos favorited?
Why are the Argos favorited? They actually have someone to play for. Last week, the Montreal Alouettes, they beat the Ottawa Red Blacks to basically lock up the division. Their magic number is 1 for the division, basically. And they play the Red Blacks next week as well. And after last night's results, the Ticats are breathing down the neck of the Toronto Argonauts. They're going to have to play better. And this Argonauts team has played well against this Alouettes team. So I do like the spot there.
Okay. I'm gonna have to put a custom play in for that Tigers game.
They don't have a lineup for
They do not have a lineup, so I'm gonna use the line that I see on covers. Can you go? Are you able to go through the chat real quick?
Yeah, we're let's see. Would love my Reds not to hire a lame duck manager this time. Rumors the Marlins coach. If they hire him, I will be extremely invested in the Reds next year.
Yeah, they should.
Pass. Marlins smash. I use the Jays as a parlay piece for all my plays. I hate the Jays so much. I live in Toronto, and this team is a mere embarrassment. More embarrassing than the Leafs in Game 7. Ouch. I can only lean Marlins. Jays pitching is worse than the depleted Marlins bullpen. -300 will be an auto for me next year. Love it. I can't trust the Blue Jays -150 with nothing to play for. Supness. Stop fish fade. Schneider better be fired tomorrow. Can't believe he pulled Barrios and the Jays got 3 runs back and let Luke's allow 9. Ouch. 3-leg parlay, $100 put down, killed by the Arizona Nerfy. Ouch. Cool. Good for you. Orioles should have won yesterday. They did win yesterday. Brewers didn't need it. Even with the Nats, even the Nats went in. Won't touch the Orioles. The Orioles won last night.
Yeah, the Orioles won.
Yeah. Hello. We'll move on. This game means nothing.
Yep.
We have the St. Louis Cardinals, San Francisco Giants. It's a pick'em, total of 8 in this game. I leaned the Cardinals last night. I didn't bet it. Oh well. We have Andre Palante, and it's a pitching change here. It's Beck for the Giants. I originally had Snell. That's why this line was a -160 and it moved to a -110. I'm not going to read too much into this one there. I don't have numbers on the new pitcher. It's a pass for me. This is one I don't have numbers for.
I'm in the same boat. These two teams don't matter. And although I would lean towards the Giants because I don't know if there's a better team in baseball than the Giants after they get eliminated. Because they've looked good since they've got eliminated. I believe they got eliminated right before the Kansas City series, and they've gone 5-2 since.
Nice.
But no, I'm not touching this game. No need for me to do it.
Fair.
USC or Wisconsin?
I stayed off that game.
It was a lean towards Wisconsin for me. I didn't bet it. Oh, I must be yesterday, 2 days ago. I got you. Team total over for USC. I could see it. I bet this last night as Snell and FanDuel doesn't allow cash outs when the pitching change. Brutal.
Ouch.
Oh, yeah, it's Vasquez now. But it's against Rodriguez and the
Diamond. No. He was talking about the Giants game. It's Beck. It's not Snell.
Sorry, I remember him on the Padres. Never mind.
Yeah, he hasn't been on the Padres.
446. We're not going to get into this right now.
I highlighted your comment. I just didn't read it because I didn't feel like it.
We don't need the negative right now. We're gonna keep on moving.
We have the Washington Nationals and the Philadelphia Phillies. The Nationals they opened up a can of whoop ass last night on the Philadelphia Phillies. Total of 7.5 in this game. Do we see a Philly bounce back, or do they care? It's on open up at a 180. My bad, minus 205. I was reading the plus tag. It was plus 186. It's my open up minus 205. It's now minus 189. Line opened up at a 7.5 minus 105. It's now 7.5 minus 112. The Phillies are still fighting for the number 1 seed in the National League.
Dodgers lucky number for the 1 seed to 1.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
83% of tickets, 98% of the cash is on the over in this game. They are on the Phillies there. 83% of tickets, 77% of the cash on the over. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here. Mackenzie Gore and Zach Wheeler. Wheeler 1.69 ERA, 0.81 WHIP, 9.84 strikeouts per nine, which is 29%. 1.69 walks per nine, a 238 BABIP, a 1.95 FIP, and a 3.08 SIERA. On the flip side, Mackenzie Gore, 1.95 ERA, 1.05 WHIP, 8.78 strikeouts per nine, which is 23%. 2.28 walks per nine, a 250 BABIP, a 3.6 FIP, and a 3.72 SIERA. Bullpen edge, Nationals. Hitting edge, Phillies. Another game I really don't have too much of an interest in. I would lean towards probably taking another big plus money shot here with the Nationals if I had to bet it. Does it interest me? No. I'm not going to go crazy with plays in the MLB because I want this number to stay above 40. Yeah. I'm going to end up passing on a parlay a bunch of games here, and this is just another one that I just don't have enough of an interest in to bet with the Nationals here. I would only look Nationals here.
I took the Phillies. Figured going into this series, it's got to be a bounce back spot. I feel like the Phillies want to win the last 2 games of the series and kind of have a little bit of momentum into their bye. Because I think if they go roughly into their bye, then they have to sit on that. Then it's just, I know that it's after they clinch, they probably don't care. But I think it's just a weird spot for them if they go into this with on a couple of losses. Even if they get swept, I think that's really rough for them going into their series. Most likely they're getting the 2 seeds. They would probably get the winner of, they would end up getting the winner of Brewers and Braves, or Brewers, Diamondbacks, or Brewers, Mets. So probably the Brewers. I just think I think they need to win the next couple of games to kind of build up a little bit more momentum with themselves going into the playoffs. So I did take the Phillies here. Trust the Wheeler, who's been really good this year. And I took their run line around minus 109.
Yep.
Teams don't care about the 1 seed. Pitchers care about being in form. Wheeler should deal. I agree. Phillies, yes. Under 7.5, yes. Give me some credit at least. Nope. All of these teams have a week off. Have an off week. I think it's a disadvantage that they're out of the loop.
Yeah, that's why we've seen them struggle so much.
That's why I don't want to win. That's why you don't want your teams to win the division or get the top 2 seeds. Because I think since how long we've done buys in the last 3 years, 4 years? Since 2021. Mm-hmm. And I think there's been 6 series and their bye teams are 2 and 4.
The only teams with buys to win, I believe, were Yankees and Astros.
Yeah.
In 2021.
Sorry, it would be there would be 4 bye teams. So it would be 12 things so far.
Yeah, they've struggled though.
They've struggled.
Ask the Dodgers, ask the Braves.
Phillies team total over, yes. I would not bet any MLB game at all. I cannot trust anyone these last few days. Okay.
I think this is when some of the better times to bet games because nobody wants to bet them.
Well, I don't want to bet this game, so there you go.
Yeah, I did yesterday, and I cashed. The question is, will I go back to it today? Tampa Bay Rays and the Boston Red Sox. The Red Sox minus 120 favorites, total of 7.5 in this game. Both these teams are gone. They're eliminated. Nothing to play for with these 2 teams. Shane Baz taking on Cutter Crawford. Line opened up at a minus 115, down to a 116. Line opened up at an 8 minus 115, down to a 7.5 minus 105. I'm tempted to go back to the Rays here in this one. We have 67% of the tickets and 61% of the cash is on the Red Sox. The line's moving towards the Rays. 68% of the tickets, 63% of the cash on the over. Line moving towards the under. So it tells me Shane Baz pitches well in his final start of the season. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup. Baz, 2.70 ERA, 0.73 WHIP, 7.71 strikeouts per nine, which is 23%. 3.09 walks per 90, 0.093 BABIP, a 4.71 FIP, and a 4.28 SIERA. On the flip side, Cutter Crawford, 4.13 ERA, 1.13 WHIP, 8.58 strikeouts per nine, which is 23%. 2.86 walks per 90, 243 BABIP, a 4.62 FIP, and a 4.19 SIERA. Bullpen edge, Rays. Hitting edge, Rays. 95 WRC plus, which is 20th, compared to 67, which is dead last. I expect Shane Baz to pitch well in this game, and I cashed with him yesterday, and I guess I'm going to go back to the well here today. Give me Tampa Bay plus 102 in this game. Rays money line.
Another pass for me. Two teams that are not in it anymore. I think Tampa Bay could be another team that you look at next year.
Absolutely.
Because they'll actually have a rotation.
Yep.
But nothing that I need to get involved in.
I 100% agree with that. They will be on my futures tickets probably next year.
Rays. I was looking forward to coming today, and they passed on my comments. No fun. Well, when your comments are shit-talking our Mets, no, I'm not gonna have fun with that. Good job. You got one start right of Manaea after he's won 8 in a row. You want props on losing 8 in a row and then finally winning one? Good job. You finally want to play. You happy? Cool. Under. I'm going to play home team bounce back parlay today just for laughs. Phillies, Jays, Giants, Red Sox, Rockies, Diamondbacks. I'll be against a couple of those. Nerfy and the Bo Sox. Nerfy and the under in the Bo Sox game.
I would look under as well. Neither of those teams particularly scare me offensively.
I guess there's something still to be played for in this game because the Guardians could still get the 1 seed.
The Guardians need to win the next 2 games. The Yankees need to lose the next 2 games, and the Guardians will be the number 1 seed in the American League. There's your situation. Let's get into it. Obviously, they didn't really care last night, and this is a big start. Actually, this might be an asterisk spot for me. Let's get into it. Line opened up at an 8 at -120. Still an 8 at -120. Line opened up at a -120 for the Cleveland Guardians, down to a 112 in this game. We have Ben Lively taking on Justin Verlander. 62% of tickets, 91% of cash on the Cleveland Guardians. The line's moving towards the Astros. 63% of tickets and 64% of cash on the over. The line's not moving. Why is this a big game for Justin Verlander? Don't you want to be in the playoff rotation? Don't you want to be on this playoff roster? Like, do you want to make a point that you can pitch in the postseason and pitch in inning number 1? Because right now, I think it's pretty simple. He does not start a baseball game for the Houston Astros in the playoffs this year.
No, I don't think so.
It is Framber Valdez, it is Hunter Brown, it is Yusei Kikuchi, and it is Ronel Blanco. And then you use Verlander and Arrighetti as piggybacks if needed. If Kikuchi has a bad inning in the third or whatever, you throw Verlander in for 4 innings. Whatever. Same thing with Arrighetti. Does he want that role, or do you want to be that 4 starter where Blanco is? Because if I'm the Astros, Valdez, Kikuchi, and Brown are 100% starting games for me in the playoffs. 100%.
Yeah.
Verlander's been terrible. 10.07 ERA, a 1.97 WHIP, 4.84 strikeouts per nine, which is 11%, 3.63 walks per nine, a 3.72 BABIP, a 5.32 FIP, and a 5.74 SIERA. He's been terrible. But can he do well against this Cleveland Guardians offense that might be resting players that who knows how much they actually care about this series? Because, the number 1 seed would be nice. The Yankees win, that doesn't matter. And here's also another thing. If the Yankees beat the Pirates today, this is a great bet. Because you might see a punt lineup from the Guardians if the Yankees win this game earlier in the day. It's one thing you got to keep in mind. Ben Lively is somebody I would like to fade as well. 4.33 ERA, a 1.26 WHIP, 5.33 strikeouts per nine, which is 14%, 1.67 walks per nine, a 287 BABIP with 3.5 FIP, and a 4.49 SIERA. Bullpen edge does go towards Cleveland. Hitting edge goes towards the Astros. 105 WRC plus, which is 11th, compared to 98, which is 17th. Give me the Astros in this game. Give me Verlander to pitch well and try to prove that he belongs in this rotation. I'm getting plus 102 with the Astros. I'm going back to them here.
That's another one I'm not going to touch. I know these are 2 playoff teams, so at least you got that. But I don't feel like I need to go after it. Actually, if I was going after Nick, I would be going after the opposite side. I do not trust Verlander. I don't. Remember when everybody was going crazy when the Mets traded him away last year?
Yeah.
Who did they get for him? Was that the
Clifford,
who I think was injured or a little bit this year, but
he finished the year in AAA. He'll probably break, if he doesn't break camp next year. After spring training, it'll be May at the latest, probably maybe June. He'll be a Met next year.
Yeah, I will say the Mets won the Verlander trade.
Mets won the Scherzer
trade for sure. But everybody was freaking out. Oh, why are you trading him? Okay, look at him now. I mean, he's probably not even going to make the postseason run. Oh, he probably will, but he'll be a bullpen pitcher.
Yeah, he'll be a pen guy.
I lean towards the Guardians. I'm not going after it.
Fair.
Cleveland. No matter what Verlander does today, he is not starting on the playoffs. That's clear.
Yep, absolutely.
Fading Verlander, favorite play. Guardians are going to destroy him. He gets hit up by good teams. He only looks fine versus the Angels. Before that, he is the worst. Verlander is not making the rotation. He is not. There is only one team that the Yanks should fear in the playoffs, and it's not Cleveland.
It's the Astros. The only team the Yankees should fear in the playoffs is the Astros.
I'm waiting for 446 to say the Dodgers.
It's the Astros.
Yankees should fear everyone.
Yeah, the Yankees, I mean, could this be one of the more weaker number 1 seeds we've seen in a while?
This is the first time since
we don't have a 100 win. Yeah.
This is the first time since the Trout Pujols Angels that we don't have a 100 win team.
Yeah. Which is crazy. Which Philly under 98.5. Can you believe that preseason, I believe the Braves were 101 win total team and the Dodgers were 103.5?
Yep.
I think you should, when you go into the next season, here's the simple way you should be betting most sports. The highest win total or point total, under. The lowest win total or point total, over. I think that's the way to approach it. Oh, boy. We have the New York Mets and the Milwaukee Brewers. It's a pick 'em, total of 8 in this game. I'd be lying to say if I'm not terrified about this series because the Mets cannot beat the Brewers for whatever reason. The Brewers have won 6 in a row against the Mets and 10 of their last 11.
I was about to say, looking into it,
I'd rather play the Braves.
No. I would rather play the Padres in the playoffs.
Fair. Line opened up at a pick 'em. It's still a pick 'em. Why isn't this line moved? It opened up at 8:30 this morning, and we didn't know pitchers until then. So the cash flow is probably not going to be much in this game because we didn't have a line for a while. We have 72% of tickets, 75% of cash on the Brewers. The line's not moving towards them. Very, very young market. 71% of tickets, 72% of tickets, 71% of the cash is on the over in this game as well. We have Jose Quintana taking on Jared Koenig for this one here. That's a name I have not seen in a minute for these Milwaukee Brewers. I believe this might be a bullpen game for the Brewers. Let's take a look. Have we seen Koenig make a start for them? Yes. The last time we saw Koenig pitch, he went an inning. It's a bullpen game for the Milwaukee Brewers. And I'm kind of I want to see something real quick for that to see if this is a strict bullpen game or if this is a piggyback type of game here because let's see. Okay. This is Jared Koenig to Colin Ray.
Okay. So
it's Colin Ray pitching for the Brewers today. Jose Quintana, 0.28 ERA, 0.91 whip, 5.63 strikeouts per nine, which is 17%, 2.53 walks per nine, 2.22 BABIP, but 2.76 FIP, and a 4.16 ERA. On the flip side, Koenig, 3.97 ERA, 1.59 whip, 9.53 strikeouts per nine, which is 23%, 4.76 walks per nine, and 3.4. Wait, no, this is Koenig. I don't know why I'm reading his numbers. I can get up Colin Ray's numbers here in a minute. I'm not playing this game at the moment. I was hoping that it would have been Colin Ray for the full game, or more of a bullpen game for the full game. But Colin Ray struggled a little bit as of late, though. Last 30 days, a 7.82 ERA, a 1.62 WHIP. The Mets are hitting lefties, but Colin Ray's a righty, I believe. So that doesn't really matter. Bullpen edge goes towards Milwaukee, but they used a few guys yesterday. It's a no play for me. I mean, probably Brewers money line. It's probably a pretty decent play in this game. I don't trust the Mets right now. I'm expecting the full choke here. It's over. The season's over.
I want to see who's umpiring the home plate. Because if it's that one guy from yesterday that has the very short fuse and threw out Mendoza, we're screwed.
Then Brewers money line's a lock.
We're screwed. Although he did ump the game last night, so he might not be doing it. But he missed 8 calls that went against the Mets.
Yeah.
So that was really rough to see, including a big strikeout on Alvarez.
And I believe if they made the right call in the first inning, 1 run scores, not 4.
Yeah. So just kind of bad beats over there. But I'm not going to overly blame the umpire. This is a must-win game. I mean, this is kind of showing me, would the Brewers rather play the Braves? Are the Brewers more scared of the Mets?
Or they're just playing baseball?
I don't know. I bet the Mets because I'm a homer piece of shit, but I don't feel confident with it.
No.
But I'm ready to go in the chat and see 446 absolutely berating the Mets, but we'll see how it is.
Yep.
I won't leave you guys thinking. All right, then we just won't care. So I'm on Northern Illinois. I'm against you. Eastern Michigan and Buffalo first half. I'm against you on I didn't touch the Eastern Michigan game, but I'm against you on the other two. What do you think in Georgia State? Over, under, I'm leading over. I did not bet the Georgia State game.
I did not.
Mets spot. I hope so. Good morning. Can you imagine with the Mets season on the line, you're relying on Q? You know,
Quintana's been awesome lately.
446. Have you seen his numbers as of late? Last 5 starts, 1 earned run. They've won 4 in a row. I don't understand what we're missing here. One of those games, 7 shutout innings against the Phillies. What am I missing? I know you love to hate it, but Robert just wants his Diamondbacks in the playoffs. Yeah, the Brewers have kind of owned the Mets. That's why I'd rather play the Padres. Orioles money line was solid. Rutgers in the under. Virginia Tech spread in the over and earned out. There you go. Brewers don't have a bye. I am not expecting them to throw everything at this series. I don't either. Just the usual nerfy. Mets ain't making the playoffs, messing with the Brewers. Well, you losing yesterday means that at least one of the games will count in Atlanta. Should have took Tim's approach to the Blue Jays game yesterday. Awful. No, I was on the Blue Jays because it's fade the Marlins. I'm taking the Vikings money line tomorrow just as solidarity with these tortured Minnesota fans. No.
I think this is a great sell high spot on the Vikings.
Everyone said I'd rather play the Brewers. Well, news for you Mets fans. If you watch the games, you guys can see Brewers are a much better team.
Then Padres?
No, the Mets have had more success against the Padres than the Brewers. I, as a Mets fan, would rather play the Padres.
Yeah, no, but you're saying the Brewers are a better team than the Padres is simply wrong. Like, I truly believe that the Padres talent-wise is much better than the Brewers talent-wise. And if the Padres played in the National League Central with the Pirates, the Reds, the Cubs, and the Cardinals this year as well, they would have won 95 games, and they would have won the division. Instead, they got the Diamondbacks for a bunch. They got the Giants, who aren't easy, for a bunch, and they got the Dodgers for a bunch. And they beat the Dodgers 8 out of the 13 games they played them. So if you look at strength of schedule, the Padres played a way better strength of schedule than the Brewers did, and they won the same amount of games. The Padres are a significantly better team than the Brewers, and I will die on that hill.
There you go. Nerfy and the Phillies, as well as Pirates. Cornhusker spread. I lean that way. Did not bet it. Yes, JD Martinez has been awful.
I can't believe he's still in the lineup. I was looking at stats.
Put Lindor as the DH for right now, and then have Acuna as shortstop.
I saw a comparison with stats. The Mets would be better off with last year's Daniel Vogelbach than JD Martinez this year, the whole year. Let that sink in.
Leaning JMU spread. I'm on the opposite side.
That's one of my favorite plays of the day is Ball State.
Under. I didn't bet it. Alonso is terrible. He'll be gone next year.
One thing that Alonso has done this season is congratulations. You've played yourself into a cheaper contract.
He has.
And okay, if he leaves, then Mark Vientos is our first baseman of the future, and I'm fine with that.
And we have a lot more money to go after Soto. I'm sad now. We opposite. Sorry, Markel. 446 is a closet Mets fan. He knows everything about him.
I swear, I've never seen somebody more obsessed over their little brother than 446.
All right, Nick. I bet this game, but I hope I lose.
All right, we have the Atlanta Braves and the Kansas City Royals. This line opened up at a 155. It's now a 188. A big move towards these Atlanta Braves.
Oh, there's a reason.
Because this game means absolutely nothing for the Kansas City Royals now because they clinched the division last.
Wild card.
Yeah. They popped champagne last night, didn't they?
Yeah.
God damn it. This is the Braves run line. All right. Congratulations to the Atlanta Braves for making the playoffs. I'm going to be on the Braves run line here. One thing that does make me a little bit nervous is it's going to be Ronaldo Lopez's first start back for a little bit. Seth Lugo, the 3.19 ERA, 1.26 WHIP, 8.71 strikeouts per nine, which is 24%, 1.45 walks per nine, a 360 BABIP, a 265 FIP, and a 3.46 SIERA. The Royals have the bullpen edge. The Braves have the hitting edge, 97 WRC plus, which is 19th, compared to 79, which is 26th. I'm going to be on the Braves run line as much as I hate it. And it's pretty simple. After they popped the champagne last night, the Royals have nothing to play for. It's going to be the hungover Royals today. And the Braves still have everything to play for. And there's no way the Braves lose this game with all those situations here, especially with the spot it's at. I'm getting the run line at plus 105. I'm on the Atlanta Braves on the run line here. There's no chance that the Braves lose this game.
Did you not put any of the college football up yet?
I thought you did yesterday.
I did not. I'm on the Braves run line. Nick, are you able to go to the chat? I have to put up all the plays.
I thought you said you added it.
No, I meant added to the list. I thought you were putting them up. I was at work.
My bad. All right.
I'm going to do that real quick.
I apologize. I thought.
Just go through the chat, please.
Yep. I like Lugo. Yes, I know more than the Mets than anyone. No. I possibly expect a letdown by JMU after that ass kicking they gave to the Tar Heels. It's why they haven't played. I haven't played it. Just might take the over instead. Fair. Seth Lugo Day nerfing in the first 5 under. I don't believe in these line movements. KC is still playing for seeding, and I'm not convinced that they would party too hard.
Oh, they did.
They absolutely did. They absolutely did. This is a team that hasn't made the playoffs since 2015. They absolutely did. And so did the Tigers. So, yeah. Braves smash. Dodgers pop champagne twice already, and they destroyed their teams the next games after travel. That's the Dodgers. Honestly, it's the Dodgers. I think the best spot to fade the Dodgers, I'm obviously going to do it today, tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be an awesome day to fade the Dodgers. It's the last game of the season. They're going to be a big favorite. It's going to be the last game for Charlie Blackmon. It's going to be the last home game for the Colorado Rockies. And they're going to have nothing to play for if they win tonight, the Dodgers, which they're minus 265 favorites. So they're probably locked to win tonight because they'll have the number 1 seed wrapped up. They'll have nothing to play for. They'll probably sit everybody. So there's that too. Braves minus 185 is a stone cold double lock. This is a real franchise with guts. I might actually do minus 1.5 for the first time in my life with the Braves. Well, instead of laying $1.85, that's probably not a bad idea. We'll keep on going here. I've got to move a little bit quicker because I got to be leaving soon. We have the LA Dodgers and the Colorado Rockies minus 265 for the Dodgers, a ridiculous price tag. Total of 10.5 in this game. The line's dropped, though. Went from a 280 down to a 230. Line opened up 10.5 minus 120. It's now 10.5 minus 130. in this game here. You guys already know where I'm going to be on this game here. I just got the Rockies here at 2-1. So I'll be on the Rockies and I'll be on the White Sox today. That's fun. Yamamoto and Senzatella, your pitching matchup here. Taking a look at the cash flow, and let's see, is everybody on the Dodgers? 92% of the tickets, 93% of the cash on the Dodgers, 64% of tickets, 74% of the cash on the over. In this one here, we have Yoshinobu Yamamoto taking on Antonio Senzatella. This will be the last start for Yamamoto before the playoffs, where he's just coming back from injury and he hasn't given up an earned run yet. Senzatella is coming back from an injury as well recently. He's had a few starts. He has a 6 ERA, a 2 WHIP, 6 strikeouts per 9, which is 14%, 6 strikeouts per 9, which is 6 walks per 9, a 3.33 BABIP, an 8.17 FIP, and a 6.14 Sierra. Bullpen edge going towards the Dodgers. Hitting edge goes towards the Dodgers here as well. The question is, how much do the Dodgers have to play for the last 2 days? I think this line is extremely too wide, and I agree the line moving towards the Rockies here. Give me the Rockies 2-1.
I did not play this one. I have a play on the next game, and that's it. So we'll quickly kind of just pass on this. I pass on this game. Tomorrow I'll have Charlie Blackmon props. But I'm not betting this one at all, Nick.
Well, Charlie Morton might be pitching tomorrow.
I know. Back to the chat, Nick, while I finish putting up the plays.
Yep. Let's see. Dodgers winning this game. I would sure hope so. They're minus 265. ECU in the under. I took +4 with UTSA.
I took the over.
I took the Roadrunners. I got Mets and Reds as a lock. I like Cleveland too.
Please don't say Mets a lock. They're already a jinxed franchise. Can we please not jinx them anymore?
Yeah. UCF spreading the over. Probably not bad luck. Those Dodgers destroyed last night with no Freeman, no Mookie, and Smith, and Mookie had no hits. Fair. Someone should have made the meme of a Toy Story aliens saying Ohtani's name. I'm so tired of hearing about Ohtani. I'm just done with it. I get it. He's a good baseball player. I'm so tired of hearing about him. Every other ESPN segment. Fade Yamamoto Day, Colorado first 5. Not a bad look. Over 7. Ohtani has so many RBIs from the leadoff. Yep. Prove you got no. I took the opposite side. I'm on UTSA. Who are the Pirates to be laying points right now? The teams they beat: FCS, Norfolk State, and 0-3 Old Dominion, who are 9-point dogs to a MAC school today. Dodgers have a week off. Rogers will still play everyone besides Freeman. These are the games with the men going out for exercise.
Yep. Pretty much, yeah.
This is not an exercise game where, my bet, it is for the Padres because they've already locked up their spot as the 4 seed in the National League. So that there's that. They needed one win, and they got it last night. But have no fear, Randy Vasquez is here for the San Diego Padres. The line opened up at 164. It's now 180. I did not have a line for this game earlier, and the reason why this line's moved so much is they announced Vasquez in. This line was a minus 164 with no pitcher listed. Line opened up at a 9 at minus 120. It's now 9 at minus 125. Taking a look at the cash flow in this game, we have 89% of tickets and 52% of the cash is on the Diamondbacks. We have 85% of tickets and 92% of the cash is on the over in this one here. This line moved because of a pitching change. That was basically it. It was just them announcing a pitcher. So I don't know how much you'll read into that. I did not have a pitcher for this game for a while, so I have really no numbers on it. I don't know what to expect from this one. It's a pretty simple patch for me. I'll be rooting for the Padres for obvious reasons, but this is not a game I'm going to be betting. I would only look towards the Padres at a big plus price tag, but that's it. Because must win does not mean will win, and this Arizona Diamondbacks team is struggling as of late.
This Arizona team is struggling. I did grab San Diego. And Arizona has just looked rough down the stretch. They've lost 4 out of their last 5 games in games that they need to win. And we could still have it where the Mets the playoff picture could be clinched before the Atlanta series. It would require San Diego to sweep. And as San Diego, tell me this. Would you want to keep your division rival out of the playoffs?
Absolutely. There's something to play for San Diego.
I strongly believe there is. And Eduardo Rodriguez is not the same pitcher that he was in Detroit. He's looked rough this year. He had a late start. He's been injured. He does not look good. San Diego they've been winning. Winning. I think San Diego at a big price plus tag is a good spot here. Let's keep fading this Diamondbacks team. I think they're collapsing.
Yeah.
And I think that Arizona ends up missing the playoffs.
Yeah. They're the statistically they're the odd man's out right now. For it. So
there you go. Nick, back to the chat for a minute.
Yeah. We have, let's take a look. 446 is really diabolical. He's annoying. Ohtani might be better than Judge, maybe. Hitter wise, I would take who? Would you rather have Shohei Ohtani or Aaron Judge?
Ohtani.
If it's just hitter,
Ohtani.
Judge. But if you're going to throw him in, because if it's DH Ohtani, give me Judge all day. If you're giving me Ohtani with the pitcher, Ohtani.
I think if there was
because Aaron Judge plays Gold Glove outfield.
If there was a full year MVP, a full league MVP,
I'm giving it to Aaron Judge.
I'm giving it to Ohtani
because Aaron Judge's offensive numbers are basically right where Ohtani's are, and he actually plays the full game and plays the outfield. I would take Judge over Ohtani any day of the week.
True.
DH Ohtani. You throw the pitcher in there, I'm fine with that.
Yep.
There you go. Last night's game made me realize I don't want the D-backs to make the playoffs. They are actually a boring team. Fair. You still like Penn State minus 18? I love Penn State minus 18. I think that line is high for a reason. And the line's moved there. Ups. Yeah. Ohtani and Judge are two different players. I think it would be hilarious if Ohtani wins Cy Young next year. I highly doubt he will because he won't get enough innings for that. That's my only thing with that is he won't get enough innings coming off of Tommy John. Coming on D-backs, hopefully not. Ever since the Snakes blew the 8-run lead to the Dodgers, they haven't recovered. Yeah, this is
the Brewers.
Yeah, they lost to the how many bases did Judge steal? How much defense did Ohtani play? I think, and here's the thing, cool, you're stealing bases. I think stolen bases in 2024 are a little bit of an overrated stat because they're easier to get than ever. So we're going to see more of the 40, 50, 50s type of thing over these next few years just because with the new rules, it is so much easier to steal bases. That's just it. Katana throwing a gem today. Thanks, locking in Penn State. All right, we'll finish off with this game here. An absolutely meaningless game. Texas Rangers and the LA Angels. Griffin Canning and Andrew Heaney. I mean, could you find a less interesting game today than this matchup? We have this line opened up at a minus 140. It's down to a 139. Line opened up at an 8.5 minus 110. It's now 8.5 plus 103. Cash flow in this game, 75% of tickets, 78% of the cash is on the over, 81% of tickets, 88% of the cash is on the Rangers. This is a easy pass for me to end the card. Not interested in this game whatsoever.
Good, we're on the same page. I'm not interested in this one either, so we get to end the card with a pass. Yep. We're going to go ahead and put that in the chat. That is all the games for today. Nick, put your CapperTek in. That's where you can find all of our recaps, including all my college football plays. My NFL plays will be up tonight for tomorrow. And we're going to run with that. We'll go back to the chat, and then where did you leave off? Quintana throwing a gem for the Mets today. I sure freaking hope so. Thanks, locking in PSU. If Judge could steal bases, think of how many walks he would get.
How many less walks he would get. Which he did. I think he did steal like 10 bags. Like, it's not like he didn't steal at all.
Maryland and Sparty Party spread. I am not on Sparty Party. I'm on the opposite side. I'm on the Ohio State. There's my CapperTek. Okay, Nick, give me the big college dog that you like, and I'll put them on the money line. Hopefully cash another plus 2,000.
Give me 2 sec. Oh, Ball State.
Ball Sack State. There you go. How come Judge didn't steal so many bases this year?
Because he didn't
walked
need to.
more than anybody.
Because he didn't need to. He had.
Yeah, he didn't need to.
No.
Can we drop a small plus 400 parlay for college football after 7 o'clock? I already know Bama.
Bama. Yeah. Let me.
50 on Ball State money line for 446.
Yeah. Give me Bama. Give me Penn State. Give me Florida State, and if you're throwing it in a parlay, you can tease Florida State maybe up and over a touchdown because I got 6.5 with them.
I got Smoo.
Really?
Mm-hmm. LSU, if you want to add something else. But anyways, there's Nick's CapperTek. Let's go Mets. Yes. 50 on Ball State. There you go. James Madison minus 20.5 after their big win against UNC. No, thank you. Against you on Ball State. What is CapperTek? It's a site that we put up all of our plays on. You just make an account, follow us right there, and I'll give you a week's worth of plays for free. So I like Alabama. Roll Tide. That's going to do it for this edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. Until next time, let's go Mets and let's go Pirates. Good luck, guys.